Genesis 42. Joseph's brothers arrive in Egypt. When Jacob learned that there were grain in Egypt, he said to his sons, "Why are you staring blankly at each other? I've just heard there's grain in Egypt. Go down there and buy some for us, so that we can survive and not starve to death." So Joseph's 10 brothers went down to buy some grain in Egypt. However, Jacob didn't send Joseph's brother Benjamin along with his brothers because he thought something bad might happen to him. Israel's son came back to buy the grain with others who also came, since the famine had spread in the land of Canaan. As for Joseph, he was the land's governor, and he was the one selling the grain to all the land's people. When Joseph's brothers arrived, they bowed down to him, their faces to the ground. When Joseph saw his brothers, he recognized them, but he acted like he did not know them. He spoke to them with a harsh tone and said, "Where did you come from?" And they said, "From the land of Canaan, to buy food." Joseph recognized his brothers, but they did not recognize him. Joseph remembered the dreams he had dreamed about them and said to them, "You are spies. You've come to look for the country's weakness." Verse 10. They said to him, "No, master, your servant had come just to buy food. We are all sons of one man. We are honest men. Your servants aren't spies." He said to them, "No, you've come to look for the country's weakness." They said, We, your servants, are 12 brothers of the son of one man in the land of Canaan. The youngest is now with our father, but one is gone. Joseph said to them, "It's just as I have said to you. You are spies. But here is how to prove yourself. As Pharaoh lives, you won't leave here until your youngest brother arrives. Send one of your brothers to get him, but the rest of you will stay in prison. We will find out if your words are true. If not, as Pharaoh lives, you are certainly spies. Joseph's brothers returned to Canaan. He put all of them in prison for 3 days. On the third day, Joseph said to them, "Do this and you will live. For I am a God-fearing man. If you are honest men, let one of your brothers stay in prison, and the rest of you go. Take the grain back to those in your household who are hungry, but bring your youngest brother back to me, so that your words will prove to be true, and you won't die." So they prepared to do this. The brothers said to each other, "We're clearly guilty for what we have done to our brother when we saw his life in danger. He begged us for mercy, but we didn't listen. That's why we're in this danger now." Verse 22. Reuben responded to them, "Didn't I tell you don't do anything wrong to this boy? But you wouldn't listen. So now this is payback for his death." They didn't know that Joseph was listening to them because they were using an interpreter. He stepped away from them and wept. When he returned, he spoke with them again. Then he took Simon from them and tied him up in front of them. Then Joseph gave orders to fill their bags with grain, to put back each man's silver into his own sack, and to give them provisions for the trip. And it was done. They loaded their grain onto their donkeys and set out. When they stopped to spend the night, one of them opened the sacks to feed the donkey, and he saw the silver on top of the sack, and he said to his brothers, "My silver has been returned. It's right here in my sack." Their hearts stopped. Terrified, they said to each other, "What's God done to us?" Verse 29. When they got back to their father Jacob in the land of Canaan, they described to him everything that happened to them. The man, the country's governor, spoke to them with a harsh tone and accused them of being spies in the country. We told him we're honest men and not spies. We are 12 brothers, all our father's son. One of us is gone, but the youngest is right now with our father in the land of Canaan. The country governor, told us, this is how I will know you are honest. Leave one of your brothers with me. Take the grain into your households who are hungry, and go. But bring back your youngest brother to me. Then I will know you are not spies, but honest men. I will give you your brother back to you, and you may travel throughout the country. When they opened their sacks, each man found a pouch of his silver in the sacks. When they told their father their pouches of silver, they were afraid. Their father Jacob said to them, "You've taken my children from me. Joseph's gone, Simon's gone, and now you're taking Benjamin. All this can't really be happening to me." Reuben said to his father, "We may put both of my sons to death if I don't bring him back to you. Make him my responsibility, and I will make sure he returns to you." But Jacob said to him, "My son, I won't go down with you, because his brother's dead and he's been left alone. If anything were to happen to him on the trip you are taking, you would send me, as old as I am, to my grave in grief." Thank you for listening to this chapter. Again, this chapter is Genesis 42. And we will be going through the whole Bible, chapter by chapter. Thank you and God bless.